Hello and welcome to Daily Math. I hope you all are having a good time. Let's solve a geometry problem together. We have a triangle here. These two blue segments have the same size. And if this angle is alpha, this one's 3 alpha. We want to find the angle alpha. It might be a bit challenging, but make sure to give it a try before watching the solution. Good luck. So first of all, let's find these two angles. This one, that's simple. That's 180 degrees. Minus 3 times alpha minus 45 degrees, and that's 135 degrees minus 3 times alpha. Right? Now the other one, let's call it beta. We know that this external angle for this triangle, 45 degrees, is equal to the sum of alpha and beta. Alpha plus beta. That means beta is equal to 45 degrees minus alpha. Alright, now we're going to apply the law of sines on this triangle and this one. So first for this one, let's call this segment in the middle B and these two blue segments A. Now sine of 3 times alpha over the opposite side, B, is equal to sine of 135 degrees minus 3 times alpha over the opposite side, this one, A. And now for this triangle, sine of alpha over the opposite side, B, is equal to sine of 45 degrees minus alpha, this angle, over the opposite side, A. Now we have two equations. Let's divide this equation by this one. We'll have this, sine of 3 times alpha over sine of alpha, and then B cancels out B. Sine of 3 times alpha over sine of alpha. And that's equal to sine of 135 degrees minus 3 times alpha, over sine of 45 degrees minus alpha, and then A cancels out A. Sine of 135 degrees minus 3 times alpha over sine of 45 degrees minus alpha. Now in here we can factor 3, we'll have 45 degrees minus alpha. And now this will be the final form of this equation. So here I have a question. Please help me. Can we conclude from this that alpha is equal to 45 degrees minus alpha? Because everything else is the same. Sine of 3 times alpha, sine of 3 times 45 minus alpha over sine of 45 minus alpha. Please tell me in the comments. But to prove it, let's use this trigonometric formula. Sine of 3 times alpha is equal to 3 times sine of alpha minus 4 times sine cubed alpha. Now we'll apply it to our equation. We'll have 3 times sine of alpha minus 4 times sine cubed alpha divided by sine of alpha. And that's equal to 3 times sine of 45 degrees minus alpha minus 4 times sine cubed 45 degrees minus alpha. And that divided by sine of 45 degrees minus alpha. And we know that sine of alpha isn't 0, sine of 45 degrees minus alpha isn't 0 as well. So we simplify here. This will be squared and this one as well. We'll have this, 3 minus 4 times sine squared alpha is equal to 3 minus 4 times sine squared 45 degrees minus alpha. And then long story short, sine squared alpha is equal to sine squared 45 degrees minus alpha. So first case, sine of alpha is equal to sine of 45 degrees minus alpha. And then we can conclude alpha is equal to 45 degrees minus alpha. And then 2 alpha is 45 degrees. And alpha is 22.5 degrees. So I said the first case. The second case will be this. Sine of alpha is equal to negative sine of 45 degrees minus alpha. We can bring the negative inside. It will be sine of alpha minus 45 degrees. And then alpha is equal to alpha minus 45 degrees. And then we will have this elegant result, 0 is equal to negative 45 degrees. Unfortunately, we cannot accept this one. Sorry about that. So this is the answer. Let's get back here. This is 22.5 degrees. This one's 67.5 degrees. And then this is a right angle. So it was a right triangle. Tell me how you solve this problem. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. But are you ready for another challenge? See you there in this video. Keep watching Daily Math.